I, 49M, became an incel because my cousin made me be the dog during houseplay. Tried to ruin her wedding, but sharded myself too early. I need to finally get it off my chest because I think it's been eating me alive for the last 4 decades. When I was 10, my cousin Carly, 6F, used to come over and make me play house. You know, pretend family stuff. Well, one time I said, I want to be the dad. Seemed fair. I was older. I had the most mature energy in the room. But no. Carly laughed in my face and said, "You can be the dog. Dogs are funny." That was it. That was the moment. Something in me snapped. Something fundamental. I remember crawling around on all fours, barking while she fake married our neighbor and cradled a baby doll. They went to work. They went to bed. And I stayed, leashed, on the floor, alone. And I realized this is what women see me as. Not a partner, not a father, just a dumb dog. And the worst part, I stayed on all fours, because deep down, I thought maybe, just maybe, if I played along, I'd earn my way up the hierarchy. Like next time, maybe I'd be the brother, maybe even the uncle. But no. Every time we played after that, she made me the dog again. At some point, it stopped being pretend. I remember looking up at her from the floor, panting and thinking, this is how she sees me, how they all see me. Not a partner, not a father, not even a person. Just a dumb dog, fast forward 39 years. I'm 49 now. I never kissed. Never held, never chosen. Every attempt ended in laughter, ghosting, or some woman flinching like she saw a mutt off-leash in a restaurant. And then I got the invite. Carly was getting married. To some guy with sleeve tattoos and a startup, of course. She was glowing in the engagement photos, like she knew. Like she was winning. The girl who made me eat Cheerios off the floor was now walking down the aisle in white, like purity belonged to her. She was God again, and I was still leashed to the memory. But this time, I was going to bark back. She made me a groomsman. I know it wasn't out of love. It was an obligation. I was close to her fiancé's dad. She probably didn't even remember the game. But I did. I never forgot. So I planned my holy revenge. I would shatter the ceremony. I would desecrate the altar. I would take extra strength laxatives 1 hour before the vows. Let them boil. Let them churn. And just as the priest says, "Speak now or forever hold your peace," I'd explode. A deluge of shame and bile. A violent reclamation. I would soil her purity. I would make her feel me. Because women like Carly don't understand pain. They don't see the ones on the floor. So I'd paint it on the walls. I'd etch it into their memory. And I did it. I took the pills. I wore a white suit. I arrived early, stomach clenching in anticipation, God in my veins. But it started too soon. Right there, in the church parking lot, I sharded. No build-up. No grand release. Just a wet betrayal that leaked down my thigh and pooled in my shoe. I collapsed behind my Prius, clutching my gut, sobbing, whispering, "Not yet. Not yet." My body refused to obey. I didn't make it to the altar. I didn't even make it inside. I just crouched behind a bush like the animal she told me I was. People walked by. No one noticed. No one looked. They never do. After an hour, dizzy from dehydration and shame, I checked the pill bottle. I didn't take laxatives. I took propranolol, anxiety meds, beta blockers. I sharded from pure fear. And that's when it hit me. I never had control. Not once. This wasn't revenge. This was fate. I wasn't fighting God. I was proving her right. I laughed. I howled. Alone. And that night, something inside broke. I went home and crawled to the mirror. On all fours. I tied the jump rope around my neck again. Yes, I still have it. I barked. Over and over, until my throat went raw and I couldn't tell if I was sobbing or growling.